Hey guys, Novus here, and welcome back to From the Depths, Season 2, Episode 4, I believe. Um, last episode, we just finished getting into a pretty hefty fight. We may have lost two fighters, but that's fine. At this stage in the game, they're pretty much meant to be disposable. But it was a damn tough fight. We almost lost everything. So, at this stage, we now have a bunch of resources on us. 26,000 as a matter of fact, which is good. So we're about to get into a fight with a pair of ransacks, and I have no idea what we're up against. I don't remember the ransack off the top of my head. It's a naval unit, I know that. I don't remember what weaponry it's going to be using, and like I'm getting a bit of a surprise so far with the vehicles, because like a lot of them have been retrofitted. I don't know. They've been changed since I last fought them, so a lot of them are sporting different weaponry to but also. Yeah, see how we go. I don't know if I want to move the destroyer further in. Thinking something like that would actually be fairly decent for us, as it would allow us to straight away start broadsiding. Alright, so out of that view, over here, turn off resources. Yeah, okay. The fact that they both didn't spawn in simultaneously is a little bit worrying. I mean, looks like they're going to be fairly heavily armed. I still need to set up the guns as well so that they're not... Where the hell were you aiming? In a separate group or anything. Okay, it's getting really choppy though. I will say that. It's definitely going into degraded mode. I'm trying to unlock the camera. Okay, I don't know how that helped, but it did. Okay, so hopefully we can start landing some shots. Come on. It's really doing a terrible job because of the fact that that thing's weaving left and right. For some reason, it's just making it impossible to hit. I wish there was a way to turn off the prediction on the guns. I don't believe there is, so we're just going to have to keep taking pot shots until we eventually land some hits. Which is bad, because we are eating some in return. I mean, we've got plenty to spare at the moment in terms of materials, so we shouldn't exactly lose the fight anytime soon. But that's irritating that I can't line the guns up because it's weaving. It's actually not gonna happen. I don't know how I would go about that outside of trying to target it in like the dead center, I guess, wherever it's pivoting. And maybe try and get in close enough and hope for the best. Alright, so that worked. Okay, we've crippled it to some degree. We gotta take out those rear... Yeah, there we go. Alright, it ain't going nowhere now. Or it might be, but not well. Unfortunately, we are eating a bunch of hits in return, but I think we're coming out on top in terms of the hits. Now, one thing that is a bit disappointing is there's no way of like just general repairing on the ship. There's replacing. So if we end up with blocks taken off of our ship, they'll get replaced and stuff, but stop that. Yeah, in terms of just general repairs on the ship, it's not possible. So any weakened blocks we've got from this fight could end up being a bit of an issue when this one spawns in, because it could be weak points for it to hit. Now, at the same time, once that disintegrates, yeah, we gained almost 2,000. So that's not too bad. Can deal with that. I mean, it's not huge profits, but it's better than nothing. And oh, still missed, but it's fine. What we gotta do is what we did a minute ago, all over again. Alright, so it looks like we should have, to a degree, crippled its propulsion there. That should have finished it. Now just aim for that gun. That's how you throw a ship around. Alright, so I don't know how much it's actually worth. I mean, we could have commandeered it, but meh. Do your thing, ship. That's alright. I guess I've got to keep this open if I want to allow the ship to control itself nowadays. Which is really weird. Like, it will just stop firing. Now, yeah, at the same time, if I'm moving this around, it'll kind of let it fire. I don't know. But it seems to be, as soon as I do that, she's good to fire. So I'm not 100% as to what's going down there. There we go. Good hit. Okay, so she's going to turn around, which means we'll get... No, she's turning back. Okay, there we go. Let's say one way or another, we're going to get a broadside on it eventually. Okay, so that was pretty evenly across the surface of that ship. Good damage. I mean, even still, it could be worth commandeering. I didn't fire just then, so I don't know. Like, I went to and then it fired like a fraction of a second beforehand, so I don't know what's happening with the guns. It's really strange. Didn't used to do any of this. Used to be perfect in terms of that. You could like control your guns at will. Let the AI control them at will. It was all very responsive. Everything ran fine, but yeah, it does seem to be a bit of a recent bug as far as I'm aware. I don't know how recent. I haven't played for a bit, but I mean, yeah. Alright. Good stuff. So, still got a little bit of damage across the hull, but it's fine. That should work out. We should be able to now pull these forces out of play, bring them over there to get the rest of that salvage. That'd be good. And we've got... Wait, how much? Yeah. Okay. So we got a decent amount. Shouldn't have left my ice block wrapper there. Sorry, my mouse is running over an ice block wrapper. It's hot. Give me a break. So I guess we push in this way now and try and take more territory, because we're running at a profit now. I mean, we could replace the fighter and still have 17,000 spare. I mean, that's pretty decent. But I'm thinking what we'll do, bring all these resources over here. We could secure this again, but I think the best move at the moment is to just go for like a fatal strike over here and just cripple them. So if we can manage that, it'll be good. Because I think I do think that's what's needed at the moment. Then we can claim the territory over here. We can, like, it's not worth that much, so I need to invest very little into it, make sure I get it all back. Over here there was another one. Now I believe it only has like 10,000 in them, something like that. So I mean, they're worth a fighter. It's not great, but you know, it's nothing I'm going to pass up. It's just not critically urgent, seeing as we can make plenty of resources out of fighting. As long as we're not up against the wrong stuff. I mean, we made decent profits over here earlier when we got into a huge fight. But, there we go. Yeah. Whoa. That looks like a huge force. Airship gantry, Moray. Ooh. Large house, Falkenheim, water tower, and a seabird cannon fortress. The Moray I am familiar with, and we're gonna have some fun. Alright, I don't know for sure how this is gonna go down. If this is the end of this campaign, so be it. I mean, we can always just, like, we'll start up another one. Like, if we do end up losing, and we lose all our forces, stop it. We'll just start up a fresh one and try and yeah, commit to it, knowing a bit more next time. So, I think now's the time. Save it up. And so I sometimes do make silly little mistakes and stuff. Plus in case it crashes or anything like that. But yeah, sometimes I make silly little mistakes like not positioning the forces before the fight properly and stuff like that. Whoa, whoa. I just realized we got like 9 minutes left of the recording. Cancel battle. Yep, okay, good. Okay. Alright. So we'll probably have to deal with that one in the next episode, if possible, because that's going to be at least a full episode fight. With editing, I'd say. So what we might have to do is try and do a little bit more scouting in the time that we do have for this episode. And then, even if we're going to make it a little bit of a shorter episode, so that way we can have a full episode for the next fight. Say Luppy, I guess, but I mean, it's fine. We'll get into that fight one way or another. I just want to make sure that I have the time to dedicate like a full episode to it, and I don't have to cut heaps of parts out of it or put up like a 30-40 minute episode or something like that. I mean, if you're fine with longer episodes, then let me know. I mean, I'm happy to make them a bit longer, but I've been trying to keep them to about 20 minutes-ish, which I tend to go over, but that's my bad. Alright, so we're reaching towards the heart of the territory here. And they have that huge fortress over here, so curious as to what they're gonna have. Yeah. Moseying about over here. So we got a scuttle gun. Oop. Come back here. Let me see you. Okay, so we got a scuttle gun. I don't want to get blockaded. That's the problem. It's so hard to see them. Sledge and a power gun prototype. Jeez, they're not messing about. They're bringing a whole bunch of stuff over. So next episode is definitely going to be a whole bunch of fighting one way or another. And I'm probably going to have to cut this episode short to be able to get the next fight happening before this goes down. Because if these all get into the fight as well, my god, look at the materials. Jesus. Alright. So saddening that I can't take those materials. That's really saddening. Alright. So, I guess that's it for this episode, and yeah, we'll get straight into the fight in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a good day. I'll catch you guys in the next one.